So you mentioning grief, one of the themes at the retreat that like the main facilitator mentioned was that we as a society like do not grieve. I mean, we don't grieve properly, but we also kind of just don't grieve, period. Um, and so it's kind of like we just, rather than like letting things go, mourning them, grieving them, and then letting them go, we just like shove them down and then like hold on to them. And we carry that weight in a lot of different ways. Like some people carry it physically, some people carry it emotionally, mentally, whatever it may be. Some people carry it and then leverage it on everyone they meet and become this, oh god, I don't even need to get into that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like this, it becomes this piece of you that's not integrated.
Mhm.
It's just like something that you, yeah, it becomes your shadow. Um, wow. Okay, I'm seeing it. Hmm, the things are coming together. So it becomes this shadow. Another main theme of the retreat was innocence and the
Mm.
power of innocence and the, I mean, sadly, perversion of innocence that has been occurring for, I mean, decades, centuries, millennia, whatever you want to say, and is just now, or just now for the general public coming to light.
Right.
It's funny, we ended with this topic last time, so I hate to get dark, but it kind of just happened. Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, the question kind of becomes like, where do we go from here? Like I'm on social media because there's so much beauty in it, but then the algorithm, as soon as you click on one video, like it gives you 10 more, and then there's the whole rabbit hole of like, how do we meet this energy, the terrible things that have been done and continue to be done, not just to children, but in the world in general? Like, how do we meet this? Because my initial reaction is like, honestly, not necessarily fear, but like anger. Like I have my I'll bring in astrology, my Sagittarius moon, and emotions are often filtered through frustration. So it's like for this, where like I don't have control or don't perceive myself right now to have control of this. It's just like this frustration of like this powerlessness where it's like I want to help, but like what do I do? And so like rather than meeting this with frustration, like what do I meet it with, you know? Open
Is that a
question.
real question? Okay, I was like, is that a real question?
Yeah, yeah, open question,
Yeah.
and it may not have an immediate answer. It's
Well,
something that's coming to me now.
I think one of the most difficult ironies of healing oneself and the world, right? Both,
Mhm.
is the double-edged sword of not becoming the thing that you hate, right?
Hmm.
And we're
Mhm.
seeing that actually in real time in certain countries on Earth right
Mhm.
now who have literally become the yeah. Um, but it, anger anger is a very slippery slope, right? It is, and frustration is in the same family as anger. Frustration is just the inability. Frustration is, in a lot of ways, it is such a deep love, but that can't grab onto the thing that it wants to love, and that is almost where the anger then comes in, right? It's like the inability to like wrap the love around something.
Yeah.
And it, I was on Threads the other day, and a thread popped up that from someone on the other side of the earth who had said something about something that was happening to them, and a person that I know, who I know to be a good human being, right, who has a
Mhm.
good beautiful heart and has lived a very very intense personal story. He's an immigrant to the US, and just, yeah. But he had responded to this in a way that was like, basically, it was kind of like a good, like, I'm glad that that's happening to you, because the person that was experiencing this thing was from a place that this person had personal feelings about and whatever. And I saw this, and it was basically a human, right, being like, this bad thing is happening to me. And yes, that person is from a place where that place does a lot of bad things to other people. And
Hmm.
if we're tit for tatting,
Yeah.
sure. But at the end of the day, when I saw my friend's response, I was just like, that anger and hate just make more anger and hate, right?
Yeah.
And frustration, and again, frustration is different. Frustration isn't just wanting to scream at people for being wrong. Frustration is wanting to do something and just feeling like the powers that be are so intense that you can't. But I feel like it has to be this insanely delicate dance of being like, okay, but we have to do what we can do with
Yeah.
love and with that clarity of being like, adding fuel to any fire just makes the fire bigger.
Hmm.
And it comes down to so much of that inner work of bringing ourselves back to calm and to love and to being like, okay, but this is how, I don't know, this is how I can help, even though it feels like it's like that scene in Fantasia where the brooms have been bewitched. Do you know what I'm talking about? And the
Hmm.
brooms, like, they're carrying these buckets of water and they're like, because Mickey Mouse like bewitched them to basically like fill like this small little thing with water, but then he falls
Hmm.
asleep, and then all of a sudden like they never stopped. So now there's like these brooms that are filling this like, and it's just like a giant flood, and he can't do anything, and it's just like, okay, it feels like you're trying to bring this much water out of something, and there's a 10,000 people
Yeah.
bringing buckets, and it can't stop, and it's just like, but the only way that it can is if enough people start doing a little bit and not adding more water, right?
Yeah.
But the ability to not add anger and frustration, you can only do that if you have come to the peace within yourself to not have that, right? And so it's like feeling that frustration, being like, I see you, and you're righteous, you're allowed to be here. There's a reason that you exist, and it's because my heart is so big and because I care. And you are not serving me and you're not serving the collective, and you are allowed to move in your own time. But it's like really way easier to say than to do, you know?